How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we have a new team. It's a Brute Bonnet team. If you want to try the team out, use the code at the top right corner of the screen. There's also a copy and paste of the team in the description down below. Please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. And with that being said, let's jump into the team preview. Okay, today we're battling versus Raymond from the Discord server. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battles right now. He's got a pretty cool looking team. He's got the Sliverwing, he's got the Earthworm, the Iron Thorns, the Gastrodon, the Wo-Chien, and the Electros, which is really nice to see Electros, I've got to say. Wo-Chien this is like the first time that I've ever battled one new, I think. And I have no idea what it does. I don't think it does much, right? It's one of those weird Pokemon where it's like it doesn't really do much, but it kind of does. Because it's got that really cool ability which lowers the attack of your Pokemon. So looking at this situation, I might just lead off with the Scream Tail, get the screens up. They more than likely lead with the Earthworm though, so I might go ahead and counter lead that with my Brute Bonnet lead and get a close combat off, because close combat's going to hurt everything on the team except from the Sliverwing, so I think that might work out well for us. And the battle begins. He's got a Fuecoco hat. That's pretty awesome. He's going to lead off with Eolessa, which is the Electros, as we led off with Hatrick, the Brute Bonnet. So this is not a bad matchup at all. We're in a decent position right now, so I'm going to go ahead and go for a Spore, because the only thing they can really switch in here is the Wo-Chien. And I don't know whether they would, because close combat's obviously a thing. Could go straight for the close combat, to be fair. Might be worth it. Close combat hurts everything on the team as well. Let's go for the close combat, because they're probably going to go Wo-Chien. So we'll get some damage off on that. As they do in fact switch out, what are they going to go into? Evil Gary, that's definitely the Wo-Chien. In it comes! The big boy! Weakens my attack stat, which is a shame, but this close combat should still sting a bit. As it nearly KOs it, which is absolutely phenomenal. Brute Bonnet has some power behind it, I've got to say. Now, I know Wo-Chien does outspeed us because I faced it on Showdown. It does outspeed Brute Bonnet because my Brute Bonnet has no speed investment. So it's probably going to get a knockoff off on something here. I'm thinking of just letting it be Brute Bonnet so we can take it out, though. I'm thinking of that. Foul Play comes through. That's going to sting a little bit. Yep, it does sting. Especially with the defense drops, and it was a crit as well as we go for a close combat, and that's going to take out the Wo-Chien, no problem. So Foul Play was a pretty impressive move to use. It did a lot of damage to the Brute Bonnet, but unfortunately for them, it's not going to do out. Personally, I would have gone into the Sliverwing and first impressioned. Sliverwing would have ate up that close combat like it was nothing, and then obviously first impression would definitely one-shot my Brute Bonnet, but you know, it's whatever. In comes Fight Me, which is going to be the Sliverwing, right? Yeah, the Sliverwing is nice and big and shiny. I gotta love it. Gotta love it. I love seeing the shiny version. So I've got a couple of options here. I could go into Tigglybuff over here. We could go into the Forretress. I'm more inclined to go for the Forretress because we can force it to switch out into something else. And the rest of the team is pretty bad against Forretress, except from the Electros because it can have Flamethrower. So I'm also thinking about not doing that. No, Jigglypuff is not a good one because it's part Psychic, so never mind. Gyarados is a good switch here though. So I'm thinking of doing that. So let's go ahead and do that, and we'll get the Intimidate off as well, which would be great. So we'll go into Gyarados real quick on the Sliverwing, or Fight Me as it's called. We'll go into Leviathan real quick, get the Intimidate off, which is going to be nice, as they go straight for the close combat, which is going to hurt. Still going to hurt. It's a 2-hit KO. Crazy damage, crazy damage. So with that in mind, we don't really want to lose our Gyarados here. But I'm thinking of going for a Dragon Dance anyway, because the rest of their team is kind of screwed. So let's go for it. They're probably going to switch out, right? They do withdraw. Are they going to go into the Gastrodon? Gastrodon might come through. Dinoco. That's going to be the Earthworm. Earthworm is an interesting one here. So we can go for a Dragon Dance real quick. And this thing's probably want to get a Shed Tail off, right? So if we can lower its health to the point where it's not going to appreciate it, and that'll be better. So I am Tera Flying to get the Flying Stab with the Tera Blast. Worked out pretty well on Showdown so far. So I'm going to go straight for the Waterfall, expecting a Shed Tail right now. Hopefully we can do over half to them. Unfortunately, we don't quite make the cut as they go for the Shed Tail, and that's going to lower their health right down to, well, basically nothing. But they do have the Citrus Berry, so that's absolutely fine. This does give them a free switch into whatever they want to go into, though. And you know what? I think if we can get a free switch into Noivern, we can hit past the substitute because we have Infiltrator for a start, but we also have the Boom Burst with the Terra Normal. In comes Eolessa, which is the Electros. Absolutely fine by me. Get your substitutes up behind there. It's fine. And we do have a switch in, of course. We're expecting an electric type move. We could easily go into our Tyranitar here, expecting the electric type move, or we could go into Forretress and force a switch. I'm more inclined to go into Electros for us to switch to get rid of the substitute because that Orthworm is now back low on HP. So I think getting the red card off is going to be pretty awesome here. Sorry, I got hiccups. As they go for the Thunderbolt, that's going to hurt the Forretress pretty bad. But it's fine because we got the red card. And red card should force it out right now. So there we go. Red card's going to pop. Forces them out, which is great. Which means we get rid of the substitute all with one turn. We didn't have to attack them. So in comes this thing. That's terrifying because close combat is definitely going to kill us from here. We could terrestrial. No, we can't terrestrialize. I'm going to go... I don't really have a good switch in here. If they're going to go for the close combat, which I'm expecting them to, we could go Tigglybuff. Tigglybuff. I can't even say the word. Let's go Tigglybuff. And we'll see what we can do here. So if we can go for Tigglybuff and get Reflect up, that'd be ideal. Getting the Reflect up will definitely be ideal. So we can definitely sponge up a close combat, no problem. We are quad resistant to that, and we've got mad HP. So that's awesome. We could go for a Dazzling Gleam right now, but I'm more inclined to go for the Reflect and Light Screen combination. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. They're going to withdraw, fight me. What are they going to go into, though? The Iron Thorns? The Gastrodon? Dinoco. That's the Orthworm, right? Yeah, the Orthworm's coming in. So Orthworm comes in. We're going to get a Reflect off, which is great. This thing can't go for Shed Tail again, and I don't think it gets any sort of recovery move. So they're probably going to want to go for the hazards. I'm going to get the Light Screen up just to get it up. May as well have dual screens up while we're at it. As they do go for the Stealth Rocks, which is fair enough. Stealth Rocks getting up on our side of the field is going to be bad for us because the Noivern doesn't have heavy duty boots. It has Throat Spray. But I'm thinking we just get Noivern in right now because Noivern's going to hurt a lot of their team. I'm thinking that... what's this thing going to do to us? So, Noivern can definitely switch in. Gyarados can switch in here. We could go Gyarados and get off another Dragon Dance. I think go Gyarados and get off another Dragon Dance will be a fine play. An absolutely fine play. Because we've got the Reflect up, so we don't have to worry about Iron Head or Body Press from this thing too much. And we get the Intimidate off, so Iron Head will be even less effective. As they're going to withdraw Dinoco. What are they going to go into, though? What would they have gone into against the Igglybuff? Elisa? That's the Electros. So, this is bad. But we have got switch-ins here. We have got a switch in Tyranitar, and we know they're special. Well, they're more than likely special. We know they're more than likely special, so going into Tyranitar is going to be just fine. There we go, going to withdraw Gyarados once again, and we're going to go into T-Tar this time, and we're going to get the Stealth Rocks up to stop him from switching out so much, because that's what Stealth Rocks are there for after all. So we'll get the Stealth Rocks up, we'll get the Sandstorm up, all that wonderful stuff. They go for a Giga Drain, not going to do anything to us, especially behind Light Screen. Especially behind Light Screen, it's not going to do anything. So we're going to get some Sandstorm buffering on them, which is great. Breaks a potential Focus Sash, and it means we can scout for Leftovers. So Leftovers is going to come through for us, which is amazing. As we can now go for a Stealth Rocks and get them on their side of the field, and then we can just Rapid Spin away, because they haven't got a Ghost type. They're going to withdraw the Electros, because it's not doing diddly squat to Tyranitar. And they're going to go into what? Dinoco, the Earthworm? Makes sense. Go into your Earthworm if you want to. We're going to get up the Stealth Rocks anyway, so get the Stealth Rocks up. There we go. There we go. There we go. Get the Stealth Rocks up. Limits their switching out capabilities and all that wonderful stuff. So that's great. Now, Noivern's not going to be as effective against the Iron Thorns now that we've got the Sandstorm up, because it's obviously going to boost its special defense. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into my Alcatraz. No. I'm going to go back into Gyarados again. This time we're going to try and get a Dragon Dance off. Because Gyarados, I want Gyarados to sweep or something. I want it to do something like that. So we're going to Leviathan real quick. There we go. Leviathan comes in, gets the Intimidate off, which is great. As they go for spikes, absolutely fine. My heavy duty boots don't care about your spikes. And my Forretress, well, Forretress is just going to chill and do his thing and get a Rapid Spin off later on down the line. So we'll go for a Dragon Dance anyway, get the Dragon Dance up on our side of the field. They do stay in, which is interesting. I'm wondering what they're going to do. As we can just go for Terra Flying against the... yeah, I think Body Press is going to come through, right? It does a lot of damage, to be fair. Does a lot of damage. It was a crit. That means it ignored the Reflect, which is a real shame, as the Sandstorm is going to buff for us even further. We'll go for a Waterfall real quick and take out this Orthworm. There we go. Down it goes. We get a crit. Didn't matter because, well, we saw how much damage it did earlier. Of course it didn't matter. Now they can just go into Sliverwing and get off a nice and powerful First Impression. And the Reflect just wore off as well. So yeah, First Impression is definitely coming our way. And I don't really have a good switch in either. So in comes Fight Me, the Sliverwing. Absolutely fine by me. I am inclined to switch out because Gyarados is going to be good at hitting the Iron Thorns. But I don't really have a good switching other than Alcatraz, and I don't want to lose Alcatraz. Are they choice banded? Are they choice banded? I bet they're choice banded, aren't they? Let's see. Let's just go into Forretress. If we can't Rapid Spin, we can't Rapid Spin. If we can, we can. It's going to all depend on whether they're choice banded or not and whether we can live this first impression. I don't think we can live first impression, though. We definitely can't live first impression from this thing. As they go for the first impression, it's going to KO Forretress, unfortunately. But it's fine. It's fine. We can handle this. We can handle this. No problem. Absolutely no problem. So, what do we do here? The light screen's going to wear off, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? We've got a couple of options. We can go Noivern and go for Hurricane. I'm thinking of going Gyarados and go for the Tera Blast here. They don't really have the greatest switching in the world. Yeah, I'm going to go Gyarados. Get the Intimidate off as well, which is going to make them more inclined to switch out. So we'll go Gyarados real quick. We'll get the Intimidate off, which is great. And I want a Tera Blast, but I don't at the same time. I'm wondering what they're going to do. Do they stay in here or do they switch out? If they go Iron Thorns, we just EQ. If they go Gastrodon, we just Tera Blast again. If we go Electros, we can just Waterfall. We should outspeed the Electros. I think I'm going to Tera Blast. So they're going to withdraw. What are they going to go into, though? They're going to go Gastrodon? Gary, that's definitely the Gastrodon. Definitely the Gastrodon right there. So the Gastrodon's going to come in and get some Stealth Rock damage, which is clean. We're going to Terrestrialize real quick into a Flying type. There we go. Nicely done. Lovely jubbly. So there we go. We're going to Terrestrialize into a Flying type, and we're going to get off a nice and powerful Flying type, Tera Blast, which is great. It should do a lot of damage to the to Gary over there. Should do a lot of damage because they're usually physically defensive, but yeah, see, damage. We like damage like that. We like damage like that. So they're going to get some leftovers recovery, which sucks because it means that this next Tera Blast won't KO. I don't think it KO'd anyway, but you never know. Just never know, do you? So they might switch out here. They might go back into the... I think just getting the Tera Blast off is going to be really important anyway. Just for weakening this Gastrodon to the point, because Gastrodon's a tough Pokemon to crack. Gastrodon's definitely a tough Pokemon to crack. So getting the thingy off is going to be great. They go for an Ice Beam. That's going to KO Gyarados. Absolutely fine by me. I'm not bothered about that, to be honest with you. Not bothered about that, to be honest with you. So Gyarados does go down, which is a shame. As now we get free reign to do whatever we want to this Gastrodon because it's low on HP. So what I'm going to do is... That's one of my physical offensive Pokemon gone. I can go into the Brute Bonnet, and Seed Bomb's going to hurt everything except from the Sliverwing if it comes in. Might go Noivern. I go Noivern. We go Noivern, and hopefully I think they just let Gastrodon go down here, right? Because they don't know what we're going to go for. So I'm going to go for a Boom Burst, and yeah, they just let it go down. I thought so. Boom Burst is going to take out Gary the Snail, as down it goes, which is great. Boom, Gary the Snail's gone down. We're going to get a Throat Spray boost, which is absolutely amazing. In comes Mecha Gojira, which is going to be the Iron Thorns. Nice and shiny as well, which is great to see. Love to see it. Stealth Rocks are going to dig in. Now, I'm wondering whether Draco Meteor is worth going for. So they go for the Protosynthesis, which is going to boost their attack stat, which is great for them. We don't really have a good switch in here. So, I'm wondering what to do. All I know is we've got to get Brute Bonnet in somehow. No, Brute Bonnet's going to die to the Stealth Rocks and Spikes. Right? These Stealth Rocks and Spikes are going to be the end of me. I can just tell. So, our T-Tar's not really doing much for us at the moment. No, it is. Let's go into Tough. Let's go into the Wigglytuff. Tigglybuff. There we go. Going to withdraw Noivern real quick. We're going to go into our Tigglybuff real quick. They might pull this back, to be honest with you. They could pull this back quite easily. Because we don't really have much for that Sliverwing at the moment. So, Spikes and Stealth Rocks are going to dig in. They're going to go ahead and Terrestrialize themselves. What type are they going to Terrestrialize into, though? That's the real question. What type are they going to Terrestrialize into? So, they're a Rock and Electric type going into a Flying type, which is interesting. So, now, Boom Burst would have actually done a lot of damage. So, they go for a Tera Blast, which is Tera Flying, which makes sense. That's going to hurt Tigglybuff quite a bit. Doesn't KO us, though, which is great. So, with that in mind, I say we go for a Reflect here. just to get the damage down a bit. There we go. Go for a Reflect. Get the damage down a bit. As they go for a Dragon. Oh. Okay. Okay, now things just turned really bad. Now things just turned really bad. So I'm going to try and go for a Dazzling Gleam. Now I'm going to try and go for a Wish. I don't think, yeah, we don't outspeed. They go for a Wild Charge. That's going to take us out, unfortunately. I was wondering whether Tigglybuff, because it's quite fast, whether it's still outspeed a Tyranitar or a Iron Thorns even. But unfortunately it doesn't. Reflect is up though. So we could easily go into our own Tyranitar right now and go for a Stone Edge. I'm pretty sure we can live anything this thing wants to throw at us. I'm pretty sure. Stone Edge is going to hurt everything on the team as well, which is great. We do get hurt by the the Stealth Rocks and Spikes, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. I say we go straight for the Stone Edge. I'm going to go straight for the Stone Edge right now because I'm confident we can live a hit from this thing and go for a Stone Edge. They go for a Wild Charge, nice and stab. Not going to do enough damage. Recoil's going to come through as we're going to be able to go for a Stone Edge, and we miss. And we miss the Stone Edge. That's going to be crucial. That is going to be crucial. That is going to be crucial. So we do get leftovers, which means we can probably live another Wild Charge from this thing. But unfortunately, the missing the Stone Edge is going to be crucial. So we'll go for a Stone Edge real quick. There we go. They go for a Stone Edge of their own. Actually KOs. They actually hit their Stone Edge, which is annoying. That's going to KO us, unfortunately. Wild Charge was a bit weaker, so that makes sense. Ah, dear. What do we do here? What do we do here? What do we do here? So we have to go Brute Bonnet. We have to go Brute Bonnet. We go Brute Bonnet. We go Brute Bonnet. We get some Stealth Rocks and Spikes dug in, and we have to basically hope that Sucker Punch is enough to KO. Which I don't think it is. I don't think it is. It's not. It's not enough to KO. As we're going to lose out on some HP right there, which is a real shame. See, if I were them, I'd have Dragon Dance there just to ensure it. They go for a Tera Blast. Oh, no. Ah, the Iron Thorns has pulled it back. The Iron Thorns is going in the thumbnail, by the way. So I'm going to go into the Noivern again. There's always the chance that Noivern still outspeeds, because Noivern is fast AF. Absolutely fast AF. So there's always the chance it'll succeed in... I'm going to go for the Pumas. I don't think we do outspeed. We don't outspeed. As they go for the Tera Blast, that's going to definitely KO the Noivern, unfortunately, because it's +1. And even through the Reflect, it's still going to do it. And that's going to be the game. So Iron Thorn swept us in the end. So the game went really well. We played really well, to be honest with you. We missed the Stone Edge, which was really unfortunate because that would have definitely mattered big time. But I feel like they pulled it back with a Slitherwing anyway, even if we did hit the Stone Edge. So I don't know, it's all up in the air. So GG there, Raymond. That was a pretty fun game. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, and all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.